a mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The baby grew. He grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled books off the shelves and food out of the fridge, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes the mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at night, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, and while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The little boy grew. He grew and grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner, and he never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said unkind things. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at night, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door and crawled across the floor and looked over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, and while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
That boy grew. He grew and grew and grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and wore strange clothes and listened to strange music. And sometimes his mother felt like she was in the zoo. But at night, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, and while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
That teenager grew. He grew and grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town, and if all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened the bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, and while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older, and one day she called up her son and said, you better come see me. I'm very old and sick. So her son came to see her, and when he came to the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, but she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother, he picked her up, and he rocked her back and forth, and he sang this song.
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his brand new baby daughter was sleeping, and he picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, and while he rocked her, he sang,
I'll